Hello, welcome back to Hunter Tuned. Today I got a bunch of clips, working on a couple cars. I tuned a few cars today and had some fun, had some issues with one of them, and yeah, Dave, my buddy Dave, actually he helped us pour the concrete at the old shop when we put the old dyno in at the old shop, and he's been a great help, and he actually got me a badass valve cover, and he came up, dropped it off, hand delivered it to me, and can't thank Dave enough. He does a lot of powder coating stuff, and if you guys need anything, you can probably hit him up. If you're friends with me on Facebook, I tagged him and stuff, but sneak peek. So this video might be a little bit long, but I kind of wanted to show you guys as much as I could, and I ended up wearing my headband all day and filming with my headband on when I was tuning these cars. So I'm just gonna throw in the footage, and it may be kind of long and boring at some points, but I figured why not get a point of view tuning process with me through these cars, and we worked through a lot of bugs with both of them, and yeah. Had a Dodge Neon that laid out like 361 horsepower and an Integra with a lot of issues. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy. And we're gonna show a little clip of Dave's dropping that valve cover off right here. And then after the clip of showing the valve cover, we'll get into the headband footage. And yeah, that'll be it. Hopefully you enjoy. Damn.
Painted her up good.
So we got a new valve cover actually made up from Dave here. I gave him one of my spare valve covers for the Barney Civic, and if you guys know that I had to get some bungs welded onto the valve cover in order to make the so I can plumb my catch can.
Future YouTuber.
Right.
And we can see them on.
So now that I have the bungs welded onto the valve cover, I can actually plumb in my 4-port catch can that I got from Eric Orange Built. But like I said, I needed the bungs welded, and I sent my valve cover to Dave, and he came up here to hand deliver it after he got done powder coating it and welding the bungs on. And man, this thing, the camera probably does not do this thing justice. I actually grabbed my good camera.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah, so I can capture some of it. But it is, what kind of color is this, Dave?
It's actually the Psycho Lime Green, it's called.
Okay.
And then I did a chrome base coat underneath it, and that's why it's got like that iridescence to it.
Yeah. So it almost comes out like in the right lighting, it almost comes out as like a gold.
Yeah, like an emerald.
It's like a green gold kind of thing. And then he also etched in Hunter Tuned onto my spark plug cover here. And I mean, even in all the crevices though, dude, like I've never painted a valve cover to where all this looks good.
The nice thing about powder coating is it gets everywhere because it uses electrostatic or whatever to cling. So
Yep.
yeah,
and then
pretty good in the crib.
all this it looks like it's almost just like polished aluminum.
Right.
But it's
originally what I was going to do was polish it, but after I looked up a couple of things on this specific color, and it just came out a lot better over the top of the chrome base coat. So
yeah, for sure. So yeah, I cannot thank Dave enough, and little man here wants to be a YouTube star one day.
Yep. It's all about the YouTubing.
So yeah, honestly, turned out super sick, dude.
Yeah, I like it. Definitely gonna be using that color more often. I've had that color since I got all my powder coating equipment. It's the first time I've actually used it. So
now I just got to get the motor back out of the car so I can paint the bay and make everything else look nice around the valve cover. So this thing's gonna look kind of out of place in my engine bay right now.
It's going purple.
I was just gonna do black.
No, it's going purple.
I was gonna do black bay and then black intake manifold. And then this is just like the offset color.
I've got a pretty badass black.
Why can't you bring it back?
So what it was?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You got this green's a lot better, but the I don't know what kind of green that was in it, but they got everything in that motor was like purple accents or whatever. Like it literally looked like Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Just puked all over.
That's why the car's original name is Barney.
Yeah.
Because it was purple and green.
Right.
Just like Barney. Barney's colors are purple and green.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's more or less purple. I think he wears like green pants, or no, he has a green belly. Yeah.
Well, purple car means he's the majority purple.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Everybody thinks the car's gray.
it's gray. In the light, it's like purpley. It's got a purple metallic flake in it.
There you go. Damn. I feel like I need one of them fancy Skunk 2 manifolds. fancy skunk tube manifold.
The race series, what do
Yeah,
they call those?
Ultra Race.
Yeah, Ultra Race ones.
Yep.
That's what I got in my D series right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's got 2 Ultra.
So yeah, and then the bay color obviously needs to get cleaned up quite a bit. But I really just kind of wanted to throw this thing together to get a, just to make sure the motor and stuff was going to be good. And honestly, the motor is my least worry right now.
Yeah, it seems like it's
being really good. Being a good boy. Well, Incredible Hulk, you want to say anything?
Well, I'm gonna punch it bag and nothing hurts about my hand.
sick hook you got.
Right? Floyd Mayweather better watch out.
Right. Coming in hot.
Yeah.
Is this like, it was like this on the there?
Yeah. If I'm not over there, exactly what you would.
Take the Mustang home,
Yeah.
yeah.
Another sneak peek of what's going on for the Fox body. Putting some more awesome parts into it. Got the rear end out. All my old bushings are completely fucked. Like the amount of play that I had in these stock or these lower arms is ridiculous. So yeah, can't wait to get all these new parts onto the Fox. Maybe some more stuff coming for it too. We'll see. You guys care if I film? All right. Get this thing running here. New car. New folder. Green tag. Green tag, okay. Set up our RPM. 3000. This car has cylinder sensor code. We don't have much time with this car. They need to get going, so I'm just trying to get something tuned in this thing and hopefully make it run okay. The car needs a lot of little things, but we're just going to try to patch this thing up and make it run decent. I'm pulling a lot of ignition out of here to get this thing to idle. That's one little trick. If your car doesn't really run that good and your mechanical stuff with the car isn't that great, you can kind of trick the tune and just pull a bunch of ignition or make it run really rich or really lean at idle in order for it to steady out. And in this case, it's actually running fairly steady with 10 degrees of ignition in it and like around a 12 something air fuel. These are not that good of injectors either. I don't know exactly what they are. The owner doesn't know what they are either. Just made sure my TPS went to 100, which it does, and it's 0 at idle, so that's good. Temperatures are good. This motor had low coolant when it came in. I topped it off, and the motor also had no oil in the motor. So next I'm going to get the timing light and verify ignition here. What? Yeah, it's 4 degrees-ish. Now we're 18 degrees. There's 16. Tighten it back up. I don't know if you guys can hear this thing rattle, but it does have a little bit of rattle to it in the cylinder head. But I'm just doing my job. This car also had the BKR 5s, or the heat range 5 plugs. We ended up putting a set of BKR 7s in this thing. Alright guys, let's run through this thing and see what kind of boost it's on, what kind of power it's going to make. Lean. We gotta get some fuel in this thing. So we're gonna just kind of, we already got our map pretty smooth and interpolated. We are just gonna add some fuel coming into boost here. Everywhere else looks pretty good. We'll upload this change here. like it's okay now. We have our boost cut set, 10 pounds or something like that. So we're gonna just monitor air, fuel, and boost here and just run it up, make sure the boost is gonna level, and yeah. Okay, so we were running a little lean when it came into boost here, so around 35 or 4,000 RPM, I believe, she started getting leaner. So we're gonna scale this up a little bit, put in a little bit more fuel. Yeah. And then smooth it all out so it's not all crazy. Let's see here, inner plate. Upload. See what I did. I had to get out of it. It was running away. 150 foot-pounds. Like I said, I had to get out of it. It was running lean, so I gotta put some more fuel in it. Now let's try this again. We have about 24 degrees of ignition in this thing at 5 pounds, 4 pounds, 7 pounds. We have about 22 degrees. That's kind of my base at the moment. I put some fuel in it. It's not really making much power right now, but hopefully we'll get there. Alright, we'll start the run. Fuel is looking pretty good. Not much boost, about 5 pounds. We'll have to spring the wastegate up a little bit. Get some more pow out of this thing. Was told this car also has cams in it, but we'll see. We'll see what the power curve looks like, if it wants more RPM or not. Our temperatures are good. We might have to spring the gate up a little bit to get some more power out of it, but yeah. Like 150 wheel. Seems like it's off a tooth or something. Let's check it out. Alright. This setup on like 10 pounds of boost should make 240-ish. We can, you have wastegate springs? Yeah. We can spring up the wastegate and see if we can get a little more boost out of it. Yeah, that fucking plate's not the best.
Hey, give me a V8, I can tell you just about anything and everything with it. Give me these little 4-cylinders, I'm not the greatest.
Gotta learn somewhere. Fuck, my first build I used PVC piping and shit. I went 12s in the quarter with that.
Damn.
Yeah, with PVC pipe.
Yeah, all my boys run Hondas and...
Yeah.
Or SRT4s.
Oh yeah. Timmy just now upgraded to SRT4.
Yeah.
I had a Mustang that I converted over to a Chevy.
Yeah.
Had a 383 stroker in it, and I could tell you inside and outside of everything on that thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
Give me goddamn one of these little fuckers, I tear it apart and take me out 8 years of Sundays to get it back together.
Yeah.
I'll give it to my boys and they can tear it apart and put it back together, no problem.
Yeah. I just tuned one of these a couple weeks ago, and it made 300. Oh, that's fucking hot yet. It made I think it made 295 or something, and that was on about 14 pounds of boost. So I mean, that's kind of where they should be if they're healthy. On that boost, obviously, but.
And I have to get a bigger map, you said, to do that?
The map sensor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck this little thing is. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to double up some springs. That one there. That's pretty spongy. This one's a little stiffer. I'll put that one in. Hopefully we can get up around 10 pounds or so.
I don't even know what's on here. Is it an eBay special?
Yeah, this is an eBay kit.
No, it might be Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, it might be.
It's still one of those cheap ones.
It's probably a Wish app. Fucking turbo kit.
Wish.
I don't know if it's that cheap. If I wanted to upgrade from that, what would you recommend? There.
Really, the wastegate's fine. I usually have good luck with the eBay wastegates.
Okay.
So you really won't have to change this. But these manifolds, they usually crack because they're like pop can fucking material instead of something a little thicker. This actually seems like it's fairly decent, but if and when this cracks, it'll crack right around the flange on the head there.
Okay.
And it'll also crack down here maybe. I've had them, honestly, a long time ago. I've had them where the wastegates fell off because the weld would break and the wastegate would fall off. I was driving down the road one day and yeah, I passed my wastegate.
So you try to sell the purple thing?
I mean, that thing's kind of it's still a little bit of a work in progress. Like the motor and tranny and shit is really good, but the rest of the car, like I got to get some seats, good seats in it and stuff like that. And the interior is kind of not in it right now, but it's clean as fuck and it's got a good motor and tranny and twin disc clutch, you know, shit like that. But I don't know, somebody'd have to offer me something pretty good for it, you know, for me to actually want to get rid of it. Let's see what this thing does now. So that cylinder position sensor code will do that once in a while where it's not going to start. Because that's, like I said, that's that distributor issue. But now that it's running, we're good. Let's make some jam. Hopefully. I'm going to put some more fuel in this thing because... Alright, let's give her. still getting lean up top here, so we got to add some more in, add higher boost levels. Yeah. Throw one more here. Pretty stumbly cruising. Probably a lot to do with that distributor. Try to just fatten it up so it gets a little happier. Like I said, this car's got some issues. Upload a little more display here. Temperatures are still alright. Fuel pressure, the gauge doesn't hurt. Okay, the fan's coming on. Alright. Make it a little more. Let's see if we can't this to rip. Let's see here. Something's fucking wrong with this car. I don't know what. I don't know, man. Something seems to be wrong with this thing. I don't know why, but something in the cylinder head. I don't know. It's a turd. It's got a pretty small exhaust too, and a muffler and everything. Something mechanical is messed up in the head or something, you know what I mean? And it picked up a couple horsepower there. It's just nosing over really hard, you know what I mean, up top. It should at least be flat or carrying above 5,000, you know? Even on an LS without VTEC, it should still not be nosing over this hard, but so this thing's just not really making good power. We have good air fuel, good timing. Did pick up a little bit with a little bit of ignition, but it's choked up. And let me just tell you guys, it is choked up because it still has a catalytic converter in the exhaust. The factory Honda catalytic converter. So that's got to go. All right, guys. This anemic Integra hopefully is going to pick up some power. So this is the factory converter. It's gutted, but it's still extremely small piping. Let's see here. It's about 1 3/4 inch, not even 2-inch inner diameter. So just gutted that, and we're going to run an open down pipe and see how much power we make, and if it is less anemic and makes more than 182 horsepower. friction it up. So I'll pull the fuel back out of it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great night, a better tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get to doing some more with the RSX. I did a little bit with it tonight already, and this thing's gonna make some stink, guys. Let me tell you, this is a badass setup, badass car. We got a lot of it dialed in, and stay tuned for the next video, and hopefully we can get this one making some good power and bring you along for the ride. So have a good night. See you later.